Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majeski Weather Studios with your Talking Live Weekend Forecast edition here on your October the 3rd, 2025. Well, things are looking absolutely gorgeous out there on your Friday, and I think it'll continue through our weekend with some pretty good weather, very comfortable temperatures. Of course, that first full weekend in October really kind of kicks off the unofficial start of the fall season with a lot of festivals and activities going on. And I think Mother Nature's going to cooperate with a pretty decent forecast, although we might see some clouds sneaking in here through the weekend. Now, before we get going into this full report, if you're watching here on Facebook on the Talking Live broadcast channel, please give us a like and follow. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future weather updates. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look up there in Chattanooga as we're looking at a gorgeous afternoon. A lot of blue skies out there, a delightful day, and we're also seeing great weather there across Lake Chattooga up there in North Georgia. Starting to notice the leaves starting changing a little bit, and if you're going to do any fall foliage, looking pretty good. The best leaf activity is going to be over into the Smoky Mountains. If you want to go to the higher elevations, that's the best locations for right now. Radar is all clear. We're expecting it to remain that way through the weekend, and a satellite picture today showing lots of clear skies across the area, looking very nice indeed. We'll see a lot more sunshine again heading into your Saturday as well, although North Georgia might see a few more clouds, so just keep that in mind. I think East Tennessee will see a little more sunshine compared to North Georgia. Now, looking at our current conditions out there as we're getting ready to go into the afternoon hours today, most everybody's going to top out into the 70s to lower 80s. Again, low humidity, not expecting any issues here as we're going to continue this dry weather pattern. It's going to continue straight in through the next really week. We do have some chances right in the forecast, but boy, they're going to be pretty limited going to next week. So a quick look out in the tropics. We are got to this area that's been up to 40% for development. I think we're going to get Jerry to form out here going into next week. So we'll watch that closely. That disturbance near Florida is really causing some headaches with some flooding rains down into Florida, but otherwise not expecting any development from that. That's pretty limited, only a 10% chance right now. Tropics looking pretty quiet overall, as we'll wait and see what happens next week with that potential development. All right, let's look at the regional model data here. It's going to take us in through Sunday. Again, not expecting a whole much way of activity here. The only thing we're going to see is some clouds coming in. It will still remain a little bit breezy into parts of North Georgia, but East Tennessee, pretty quiet, pretty light winds here all weekend long here. All right, let's go take a look at the weather map here as we kind of take you through the next 7 days. Kind of watch the little timestamp there as I kind of highlight this from our friends from the National Weather Service here. As we go through the next week, again, looking pretty good going into Saturday. High pressure's in control there and still holding on through Sunday. Some of this moisture down here may throw some clouds back up this way, but not expecting any precipitation as far as your Sunday's concerned. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe some light precipitation chances here, pretty limited. And then we're going to watch going into next week. Got this frontal system coming on in here next week, and this high is going to get back into a wedge position again. So we may have to deal with another a cold air damming event here across the Appalachians coming on down. There's that big high going into the northeast, and that may bring question marks into the Thursday and Friday forecast. So just notice on the day 6 and 7 forecast, that might get tweaked a little bit until we get a little closer going into next week. All right, so let's go take a look at your forecast here for Chattanooga. Gorgeous day, mostly sunny skies, 81.57. Really not bad. We'll take it. Looking pretty good. Elsewhere across the region, looking like this across the tri-state, a little bit cooler over into the North Carolina mountains as well as parts of North Georgia with some lower 50s down there. Middle to upper 50s for everybody else, 57 there in Chattanooga. And as far as daytime highs, again, we're going to keep it fairly uniform, very similar to what we saw on our Friday. We'll do it again on Saturday with 70s over in the mountains and low 80s here across East Tennessee for the most part. Regionally looking like this, we are going to introduce a few more clouds across the southeast than what we saw on Friday. So noticing 83 with partly sunny skies in Columbus, 80 at Atlanta, 82 in Columbia. And look, it's still looking wet and stormy down there in Jacksonville as that persistent easterly wind continues down that way. Next 7 days shaping up like this as we're up to 83 on Sunday. We'll increase the clouds later in the afternoon for Chattanooga there on Sunday. Limited rain chances for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The jet stream's just not configured in a way to really bring us any real significant moisture out of the Gulf or a big strong storm system. We do cool it off to 76 and down to 72 on Friday. Again, some question marks I have for days 6 and 7. So watch for changes there as we go into next week. All right, there is your forecast. Again, hope everybody enjoys the weekend. We all deserve a great weekend and there's some beautiful fall weather to get out and enjoy. Definitely my favorite time of year. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out. If you're watching here on Facebook, please give us a like and follow. And as always on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next Monday. You guys have a great, safe weekend. We'll talk to you later.